Mr. President, Madam Commissioner. I agree with you. This is an important piece of legislation which addresses some of the concerns currently related to investments coming to sensitive sectors in Europe. These concerns exist. Various member states face them, and I am convinced that we can bring now a new instrument to our toolbox in this area. For instance, if we had this regulation in place today, we could have come up with a more coordinated approach to some of the Chinese companies, for instance Huawei. Personally, I value in this legislation the exchange of information between respective stakeholders in member states. Some of the potentially problematic investments could come to several countries, and it would be beneficial to share information on them. It remains on a voluntary basis to set up a screening mechanism on a national level. But there is no doubt that there are good reasons to control investments coming to very sensitive areas such as critical infrastructure, defence and security industry, but also media, or very topical now, telecommunications and new digital technologies such as artificial intelligence. The EU needs to remain open to foreign investments. It has always been a source of our economic growth. Through the process of negotiations of this regulation, I emphasise that this is not by no means a protectionist tool, but a guarantee for the EU to face those investments where economic goals are not primary. A sort of warning. The same way we need trade defence or anti-dumping legislation. They are triggered only when a threat is identified. I believe this regulation will prove useful and functional once applied. Thank you, Madam Commissioner.